So we learned 9 things that worked for us. We built the right app for the App Store. We were first to market. We constantly add new content to keep the app relevant. We listen to our community so that people will be more passionate and that we'll have a better app. We invest in social features so people will be more excited about the app and tell their friends. We focus on PR, so when people talk about the iPhone, they talk about us. We spend a lot of energy working and developing a good partnership with Apple. We make sure that we stay in the charts, which is hard work, and we have a business model that allows us to build the largest network and still make money. Now here's what we learned from this experience as we look back and ask ourselves, what are we doing here? What are we building? The first thing we learned is that we were right. The iPhone has been disruptive. It has been a huge success. It is in fact the fastest growing consumer device in history. And this one says that there are 70 million devices. I think now we're at 120 million iOS devices between the iPhone and the iPod and the iPad. So it's been a huge success, just like we hoped. But the next thing that we learned is that we thought the iOS, and really Android, I think, is very similar, was about the phone. But it's not. It's about the phone and the iPod Touch, which is a gaming device. And more of our users are on the iPod Touch than on the phone. So that really helped us think differently about what we're doing. Then, of course, the iPad launched, which is a whole new category of devices that's changing how people interact with their computers. And then last month, the Apple TV, the new Apple TV came out, which is also running on the same operating system. And you have to expect that at some point, those devices will be connected and there will be an app store for the Apple TV. So what you have is not the next mobile phone, but a next computing platform. And I believe that Android is actually very similar. And so it's not about a device, it's about a series of devices that have a similar experience, that are connected. And then you have to ask yourself, well, when there's a new platform, a disruptive platform that emerges, there's always going to be a killer app. So what is it that people do? What is the main thing people do on this new platform? So with the PC, the main thing we did was be more productive. You could use Microsoft Office and make presentations, write documents and spreadsheets. With the internet, we could connect and find information all around the world, and with Facebook, you can connect with people all around the world. So those were the killer apps. On the iOS, and I believe also on Android, the killer category is fun. Right? Maybe in China right now you don't get the games category, but you get the entertainment category. People want to have fun, is what they want to do. That's the main thing that drives adoption of this device and what people want to do. So you see that more than half of the downloads on the App Store are games and entertainment apps. The third thing we realized is that there's a big opportunity. Over the next few years, games and entertainment for mobile will be more than $10 billion, maybe $15, $16 billion. That's a big business. That's as big as the movie industry in the United States or DVD rentals, for example. So a big business opportunity. With no leader. The biggest company in the space today is Electronic Arts, and they have maybe 10% of the business. That's very small compared to traditional and mature markets, so that's going to change. So there's an opportunity for us and for you to be a leader and to get a leadership position in the space. But the way, in my opinion, and this is the second fundamental belief when we started the company, the way to build a business is not to build an app. Because building an app is really difficult to make money, because apps want to be free. Most apps are free, and it's very hard to make money in a free world. So it's a tough business building apps, especially because if you think about the App Store, maybe the thing that's most similar to the App Store is something like YouTube, where people watch videos. So people go to YouTube every day, and they watch a little video, right, of a dog maybe roller skating or skateboarding. And the next day, they go watch a different video. Well, that's the App Store. But instead of watching a dog on a skateboard, maybe they listen to an app that makes fart noises, right? Stuff like that. So, apps are consumable. You try out an app and you throw it away and you try out a new one. That's the fun. People go to the App Store and they download a whole bunch of apps, and some of them they use, many of them they never use, some of them they tell their friends about, some of them stick around. So that's why it's hard to make money off an app, because apps are like YouTube videos. They're disposable. And so the value in building a business, in my opinion, is in building a large community, a network that has a family of applications on it that you can make money on all the time. But the second challenge is, in a world where apps are disposable, a lot of times the apps aren't so beautiful, they aren't so well done. The magic of a great story is missing. And so now that I'm at Disney, that's one of the things that I really want to focus on, bring the magic back to this device. So we learned 6 lessons as we look back on our success. First of all, the iPhone is a game changer. Second of all, it's not just about the iPhone, but about a family of devices in different forms. People want to have fun. That's the main thing they want to do. There's a big business opportunity with no big leader, so that's great for all of us here today. And apps are consumable, disposable. So as we think about building our business, you have to really think about that. Just a minute on what I'm doing now is my company was bought by Disney, and so now I run the mobile business for Disney. And the way that we're thinking about the business today is that here's this magical device, the iPhone, and many Android devices are magical too, the next generation mobile device. They're these great devices, and here we are at Disney, and we have these wonderful stories, movies, TV shows, creative artists and storytellers that bring magic to the world. So what we're trying to do with Disney Mobile is bring the magic of Disney to these next generation mobile devices. That's the business that we're trying to build. And the way that we want to do that is by building a network. The same fundamental belief when I started Thesis, where you have a platform technology, fundamental technologies that you share between all of your apps and that allow your apps to work together and to connect together. And then you have certain properties, franchise properties, that can be popular for a long time and can be exciting businesses, and you invest in those, and maybe they're popular for a year or 2 years. And then you have a lot of apps that maybe will not be popular for very long, because most apps on the App Store are not, but you can bring them to the top of the App Store because you have a network, and they can promote an app or a movie or a TV show, and then they can help to build your network. So that's our vision. It's a vision of a network where you have flagship apps that are real businesses, and then many apps that are beautiful and simple that bring new users to the network and promote movies, TV shows, and other things that we're building at Disney. And so now that I'm at Disney, I'm a Silicon Valley entrepreneur. I'm used to starting things sometimes literally in a garage, and so we're trying to combine the energy, the passion, the love for technology that we have in Silicon Valley as entrepreneurs with the power and the magic of storytelling and the entertainment brands that Disney has created. That's our vision for the future. Here's a little video.